And it's so exciting seeing everything come together and to see them be able to challenge in the beginning of Winners Finals InControl Red Sun for another seat at the table for a spot in Grand Finals.
Yep, InControl Red Sun, they've got Pika, former Limeade player who is a current free agent, definitely a strong LAN competitor, and those two teams, they've battled out in the past. Let's see how far they can take it against Mickey Mart on our opening zones game on Barnacle and Dime.
My eyebrows raised immediately because Mickey Mart is not running attack to cooler. They're going coolerless, which means they need to be so safe and so careful here. They've got to play a control-oriented game. Now, it's gone perfectly well so far. They won this first fight.
Oh my goodness, yeah, the first fight is gone for them, Gem. That was a beautiful opening with what the coordination that they had brought in from the table. We're going to have to worry about this Inkjet coming out from Crimson Shadows and what it can find. It's going to be out. Does get shut down by Len on the blaster before Len does go down. We've got Killer Whale out. Now their Jet coming out. Forgot it's a double Jet comp there.
Even trade there. The cooler goes out now. So that fight is going to be a full-length punish, and that's going to be a lot of points for Mickey Mart. Oh my gosh. The bow is shutting everything down. They can't get in.
I've never seen a bow just do this much work. My goodness. Beam goes down to Pepe. Pepe trades, but Nico's there for the counter trade on that. Len, can you find it? No, and that's going to be a Jet coming through. I believe that was Crim. Yeah, that is Crim on the Jet there.
This is where we see if there's going to be a tactical or advantage. We're going to see it right here.
Yep.
If they can get that out before this fight starts, that's going to make it a lot harder for Mickey Mart to get in. Mickey Mart has to make a move at some point, or they need to just win the fight twice as well.
Oh, Pepe almost goes down, but they're going to be able to find a little bit of an entrance here, but Len goes down. Pika coming up clutch with the sloshes, but that is going to be Crim. Good spacing, good coordination there. This is going to be a battle of the backlines, and unfortunately the bow will always lose that to a ball point in close range.
So there's the cap, and look at how all of Red Sun are back in play, and all of Mickey Mart are back in spawn. I have to think that that's cooler diff. What can Mickey Mart pull off in the last 15 ticks? Do they even have time to get there anymore?
No, Nico's going to be in a great spot here. Len's going to be the first one to paint the zone, and Blaster can't paint the zone. With that, everyone's gone. And first game, InControl Red Sun. They held it, and they proved their dominance, especially with that unique double Jet comp.
I don't want to go and say something that's statistically insignificant here, but every single match that I have seen played on stream in both of my commentary blocks, where one team had a cooler and the other one didn't, the cooler team won.
No, that's not like statistically not insignificant. On zones, it's been proven time and time again that cooler is so vital. It is just being able to have lose a player and really not truly lose them for anything other than a few seconds, and even having your specials again for a refight. Because even if you all get wiped, you still have the majority of your specials there ready to go. Gem, we have to take a second to note to everybody that because this is Winners Finals, we made it so deep in the tournament, we're no longer on a set map list. We are on counter picks. So counter pick's going to be Umami Clan Blitz coming through.
Yep. The way it's going to work is that you cannot counter pick back to a map or a mode that you most recently won on.
Yes.
So, for example, if Red Sun were to lose this match, they could not go back to either Splat Zones or to Barnacle and Dime. They could go to any other mode than Splat Zones. They could go to any other stage than Barnacle and Dime, but neither of those two things can be true about what they choose. And it does recycle, so that if they were to be back on a counter pick at the very end of the event, Splat Zones and Barnacle and Dime could be back on the table then.
And even so, if InControl wins this game, but then we find ourselves in a reverse sweep scenario at Game 5, Red Sun could not go to Barnacle and Dime Clan Blitz because their most recent win was on Clan Blitz.
Exactly.
So, which just a thing to note. That will be for all of our games that are like winners finals, grand finals, losers finals, and bracket reset. So those are the 4 slots that will be counter pick. Mickey Mart's counter pick. All right, Squid School. What do we got here? What are you teaching the students on this counter pick?
There are so many possibilities here. I'm just scanning over their
bow. Bow.
For example, Pincher doesn't even have weapons listed. They just have secondary Slayer support. Okay, they've got shot zap, so I guess maybe they're kind of calling their role there. But there's so many different things that they could, in theory, do. I think they're probably going to stick to like the double shot.
I'm gonna be honest. Mickey Mart will not change their comp. They have a blaster one trick in Len. They have a bow one trick. Then they have a shot one trick, and then the only one that may ever change is not Pepe. It's Pincher to maybe give them a cooler. But that's it.
They're going coolerless again, so we'll see how this plays out. I've seen
them
run
clam.
cooler before.
It is clam though, so it could work with that.
But it makes me uneasy for them every time. They've again won the fight beautifully in the opening round here, and it's just like I feel like they would have more sustain if they had the cooler so that they could stay on this scoring push. Like Pincher being lost now, they're gonna get outnumbered here. They can't jump Pincher back into that big bubbler because they're just gonna go down immediately and see the push is over.
Well, you say the push is over though, but Jem, it's 33. They sustained a push by just getting more splats, I feel.
I think
that could have been knockout.
Could have knocked out.
True.
Yeah.
I completely see your point.
Such a dominant push, and like.
Oh, and Crimson Shadow's gone again.
Beautiful. At this level, I look at every push like if they did knock out, they screwed up. That's my thinking.
Beam can't find it. That's going to be a close range bow battle, and that's all the jump's going to be back in again. Because it's just, like, what's Crim going to do with the ball point against a bow who's got the high ground advantage and the range and the chip damage?
Arito makes this weapon look like it can frontline.
No, seriously. I've never seen a bow like Arito.
Yeah, I love how they get all of the use out of the weapon that you can, right? You learn even its weak points, you learn how to play those well, just in case you need to sometime.
For sure. We are seeing a lot of space created, but there's just not any clams for InControl Red Sun that they have at their advantage. They lose 2. That's going to be Beam getting 1, but Beam has to either jump down or get splatted with their tactical. They're going to get another splat before going down. Not Len finds that, but we are able to get one. Can Nico find one? They have something, force a jump, but realistically, it's taken a long time and a lot of control for InControl. They don't have any points on the board.
Right. So I like that idea to go down there and trade with the Tacticooler. You win those trades, and you also waste the enemy team's time. They didn't make it out of their own choke, so they're stuck at their basket again, and they're just one team fight away from Red Sun scoring again.
Oh my goodness! Sorry. That was an absolutely Aguero Bellatelli coming out from that Zuka.
Crim is picking up the power clam and then immediately launching Inkjet. I know about that because they might have been able to get in and score at this point. Maybe the plan was the second Inkjet. They're making me eat my words here. That worked perfectly. They had the second Inkjet go in, clear the way for the power clam to get there, and now...
Oh, Beam goes down to the bow.
Arito, again, just shutting down everything that needs to be shut down there.
I can easily see what's going on here as we get the cleanup splats coming through. It's just the control, like the choke point, it feels like the paint is being in the favor of Red Sun, but they're not able to push past the choke through the Toxic Mist plus Blaster combination, throwing in those suction bombs. They're just not able to get past it, and when they fly over it, their power clams are in the sky.
Yeah, there's a lot of zone denial, which is exactly what you need if you're going to run something that doesn't have
easy score.
A cooler here. You need to know exactly where the opponents are so you can minimize the risk of going down and taking those unfavorable
trades. Can Len cook? If Len can get some more splats, Len gets 2 there. That's big. Len got 2, just leaving Nico, so that the lead should stay in the favor of Mickey Mart. Mickey Mart needs to clean these up. Arito goes down on the low side of our screen. Can Pincher find Nico? Or is Nico going to get the splat? No, Pincher gets it clutch. And no way. They didn't get the pity in time.
Red Sun has been getting so much value out of sitting there in the enemy pit after pushes and just stalling and stalling. And since that happened, Mickey Mart has just not been able to take mid back.
No, it's hard. They have 2v2 trade. Now it's just gonna be Beam, I believe. Yeah, Beam's got that power climb who's running away. Air's gonna be able to take this high ground. Has Pepe in front of them. Pepe, you cannot go down right now.
That's a couple players either way.
Oh,
huge shot!
Wipeout, baby!
And that will be the score again for Mickey Mart. They might have enough to widen the gap here.
They do.
But they're perfectly happy to also just kind of wear the clock out at this point. Because they've got a sizable lead now.
Pepe's got some clams on the bottom right if they can get this. Pika has to defend that with Nico. They're going to get some more in. Len is gone. Crim is going to get able to help Beam get Pepe down. And that's going to be Arito who's running away because we know the Len's coming back from the respawn.
13, so they need 27 plus 23 is 50. They need 50 points to tie.
You're
51.
a brave man. You're a brave man to do just math, no calculator on the screen. I normally have a calculator beside me.
So that is a lot of points that need to be scored. They might need like a multiple power clam kind of push, but
Pincher.
They've lost a lot of players. I don't think they get it on this push. Yeah, it's over. So they're going to need that pity clam that's in their base right now, but they also need to not get scored on, and that looks imminent at the moment.
I don't know about that. Because, Airy took it the high ground. Airy took it the high ground. And then this is it. Pincher's going to run in. Pincher's going to run in, and that's game. Pincher, you still have the Zuka. Shoot your Zuka, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
There was somebody else who had clams down there. I bet Pincher was just like, bro, let me get it. Okay,
Yeah. And then bros are going to try and throw the clam in and forgot that you cannot do that when you have Zuka in your hand.
Yeah. I won't lie. I have definitely made that mistake a lot more recently than I would care to admit.
Honestly, I don't think I've made that mistake just because I don't play any. The only Zuka weapon that I play on Clam Blitz is Tent, and you're usually dead.
Okay, but I'm a splatter shot.
I know you play splatter shot, bro.
I have no excuse.
I'm hoping that the third shot has some type of inkjet, so then you can be happy, Jem. I know how much you miss your 10 attack, and know that it will never be able to come in this game.
Thank you, thank you. I truly appreciate that.
Yeah, because unfortunate. And I hope that my Luna somehow gets good Zuka kit, because I miss my Zuka on Luna.
Lost but not forgotten.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going into
counterpick.
A counterpick situation.
Don't take tower. Do not. Red Sun cannot go to tower control. This is Rainmaker or Clam Blitz.
Rainmaker or Clam Blitz.
Rainmaker or Clam Blitz.
Rainmaker or Clam Blitz.
Yeah.
Okay. So why do you say those options?
Because you want to be able to outspeed the bow. You want to be able to outspeed the bow on a mode that the bow can use. Hold the Rainmaker, but if you outspeed it, it can work. But you have to also take him to a little bit more of an open map that you can't get shut down by the Toxic Mist.
Okay.
And also you want to be able to fly. Why did you take them to tower control? Why? Did you not see them just... anyway.
So we're going to tower control ship-shaped cargo company.
Can you make a video to, how to properly counterpick?
Honestly,
a team just won 2 tower controls in a row where they looked really solid and had great fundamentals, and that's a mode that they're really good at. Why would you take a bow, which has a stupid amount of chip damage, and a blaster, which is a blaster on tower control, to tower control?
Yeah, that is absolutely the place where someone who doesn't run blasters every game is going to run a blaster anyway. So, it definitely plays into those weapons' strengths. I have to wonder, maybe there's an idea that they have set up on specifically this map mode. Sometimes what a team will do is they'll look at okay, what are 3 maps that we just want to drill constantly before this tournament?
Yeah.
Let's figure those out really well and have a game plan for all of those. And then when it comes time for that counterpick, it doesn't matter because we've got that prepared harder than anybody else does.
True.
That's something that I've actually had it as a criticism of counterpick systems sometimes, that it incentivizes just putting all of your eggs in one basket, because who's going to practice that one map mode as much as you have, right? You only need as many counterpicks as you have opportunities to counterpick.
Hey, stop calling me out from when we used to have open counterpicks to any map mode. I did not lose. I even beat AR. I won 1-3 against AR. Beat them on Clam Blitz Kelp Dome because they could not figure out how to beat us on that.
Anchovy Tower was ours, but let's see if Tower ship shape is Mickey Mart's here. They are not pulling any of the weapons that they had. Absolutely the same comp there. We've got a bucket coming in now from Red Sun. Otherwise looking about exactly the same. So let's see how they decide to use that bucket here, how they try to go from right to left.
Yeah. Ooh. And I do have to say, I love the slosher pick here, because you can really take control of where that second checkpoint is. That top right, that attic area, that top right. And oh my goodness, all the spots are coming through, and that's an effective wipeout for Mickey Mart.
That was violence in mid. And now this is usually a pretty strong point. They're going to have to use a lot of force to deny the first checkpoint here, just because of how advantageous that is to hold from.
Pincher's got to find that on Pika, but Pika's 2! Pika's 2, and that's going to be another splat.
Red Sun does not care what I think. They stop the first checkpoint, and they will move it to their own side here. They're going to try and get some paint down. They will probably have a cooler ready by the time it's time to fight, and that's going to be huge for them as long as they can keep that alive long enough. But the zap goes down. Huge trade, actually, for Mickey Mart. So We've got the strikes to hold them off here,
Yeah.
but you have to think that, you know, Mickey Mart is pretty happy with that, and they'll have a defense ready soon.
They will, as long as they're able to stay alive, but they're trading back and forth. We just got 1-for-1
Wow.
Crim. Crim's able to get back for safety. That it just shows why ballpoint on this map is actually really, really strong when you don't have to fight against weapons that absolutely destroy it.
Yeah, you know, Pencil is definitely keeping ballpoint out of like the top level meta, but if you're not going to run a pencil, this weapon is still disgusting.
Yes, but the amount of pencils I face, I've literally dropped ballpoint. That's, you face it every game.
Right.
It's there.
I'm so surprised we're seeing so little of it in this tournament, because that is absolutely the answer to this weapon. But if they're going to get the opportunity to use it, Inkjet is so dominant.
Pepe?
Multiple picks going down there. That's a huge momentum swing for Mickey Mart, and they're going to be able to get into these really annoying positions and make it difficult. That first checkpoint does finally go down. They have 3 specials to try and keep this going.
Yep.
So this is looking good, but the Inkjet is out again. Let's see what it can. It gets deleted.
Deleted. Nico's going to try and run forward with this with Pika. We're going to have Beam from the backside. That's going to be a wipeout, but a good lead? I don't know, because like this map always comes down to second checkpoint, Gem. We've seen it time and time again.
It's
who
in
gets
that
through
court. Who gets through the scrum
Yeah.
in that wide open area with no cover and low ground?
Yeah, it's such a hard spot to push through. And this bow just shows how strong this weapon can be when you have proper team building around it. A bow and blaster team is in winners finals with Genesis. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, it's definitely wild. Inkjet goes up in the air once more, takes out Pincher. They've got Pepe on the backside, and they've found him. So that's 3 down, and this is going to be an attempt at least at the lead.
Yep.
Red Sun are pushed way up right now. It's a question of, can that bow come through and stop the tower hard enough that the frontliners have time to work their way in?
Yes, that Killer Whale. Killer Whale went big. Pika goes down, and that's going to be Nico also getting a splat. Beam's going to find Pepe. Oh, no, and that's going to be the lead. Elito is not going to know that Nico's coming from behind them. This is going to be InControl running this tower forward, showing why they can be good at this map. They need to get people on tower, but that's Len from the backside. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. Can Len get 4? We're looking at Len. Can Len get 4? Len gets all 4, buddy.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, absolutely drawing all over the competition with that blaster.
So speaking of blaster on tower,
Real.
that's something that I have seen a lot of teams fall prey to occasionally. On that checkpoint, they try to put their frontliners too far forward, and then someone just sneaks past and gets to the tower, and the rotations aren't there to keep the tower moving. I feel like they might have actually been able to cheese that checkpoint at least if they had been able to keep people on tower and just had a little more defense on
Crim
it.
just jumped down, and that's going to be Len able to at least find an assist on that. We're not going to have a big bubbler up here. Gem, this top right. Oh, Killer Whale coming out from Nico. Nico gets 1, Nico gets 2 before going down. Pepe has to help Arito. Beam is just trying to find where these players are going to be coming from. This is not all that much time left. Did Pepe pop the Zuka and get 2?
That might not be enough, though, because
No, it might be. Because it's just Crim here.
Oh, that was a huge pick, and with the Zuka, that's going to force someone back. Hold on. You might be right there. They've only got 14 ticks that they've got to go
How
for
close
lead.
are we to bubble? How close are we to bubble? And that's 2 down. Len gets 1, gets 2,
Oh,
goes
Pika
down.
has all of the weight of the world on his shoulders. I don't know
It's just
if they
Beam.
get
It's just
this.
Beam. Just Beam. And Pepe
And
gets
that's a
it. Pepe
wipeout.
gets it with
That's
a
gonna be
wipeout.
lead.
That is lead change. Crim's going to try and come up from the top routes. With Nico, the jumps are in. Len drops in. Can they get any more? They drop that auto bomb down before going down. Now it's defensive time. It's going to be all defense. Arito needs to get a little bit closer to special, and we'll see how close these Zukas are. Because when you have that Killer Whale combination, this could be over.
Nico's trying to get in there really quick, and they only managed to trade. We'll see if that is enough to keep the momentum going. There's not a lot of forward pressure here from Red Sun. They have a lot of space to take still.
You can't go down in this scenario, Gem. That's not a spot where you can go. We have an Inkjet out. These final moments is overtime. We're going to run it out from here. That's going to be 1 spot down. Len is gone. This top right control has been given up. Pepe, you cannot go down here, and you will. This is dangerous. Tri-strikes are out. They're ready to go. Here we go. Arito has to live through this. This is going to be big. Len's going to run for tower. Len's going to run for tower. Can they get there? Pincher's going to climb up from the backside and get the splats, and that's going to be Mickey Mart coming up clutch, leading this 2-1.
Oh my goodness.
I have no voice left.
I thought Red Sun had it. I really did.
They look good. They look very well prepared. They look very practiced, like you had said. But when it comes down to the clutch moments, it's those tower control fundamentals, which it just seems like Mickey Mart, that is what they're serving. That's the dish of Mickey Mart.
And Len on the blaster. You were talking about defending the
Yeah.
tower with the blaster. It's been a known advantage of that weapon, that AoE hitting around the tower pole. Len coming up with the clutch quad to
Yes.
defend the tower
Yes.
right when they needed it to be able to get it, even to just hold Red Sun to a point where they could have their lead eclipsed, because at that point they were behind. And Mickey Mart makes the comeback. Again, they've got some fire to them. I feel like they've got psychological momentum right now. And that is a huge factor in a LAN setting when everyone's popping off around you, when things are a little bit uncomfortable, and just a little bit of that relief of coming out of a game on top and being able to maintain that intensity and steamroll into the next one. That's something that like you really can't talk about on paper. You just kind of have to see it in the moment at the tournament.
Yeah. We are going to be waiting on this counter pick coming through. Brush, does Toasty have a stopwatch, like a K-bot stopwatch, so then they don't do this? I have vivid memories every time. I talk about it every single time. The K-bot running to the stage with like his stopwatch on, saying like, "You got no time. You got no time." I need to see Toasty doing it. I don't think so. But you know what? While we're here, let's try and get the crowd to get the crowd going. Get the crowd going. Get the crowd going. Come on, crowd. Come on, crowd. Can't hear you. We can hear them now, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah, let's go. We love the Splatoon crowd. Now, I haven't heard as many sodas as 9 has promised us. Or not 9. Magic. See, 8, 9, the numbers.
Yeah, we do love our memes.
I really do not see the counter pick coming through. Yo, let's go.
All right,
let's
there
chat.
we go.
Let's go, chat.
We knew you. Wait, we're not supposed to acknowledge chat. That just feeds them. That just makes them.
Oh yeah, you're a big streamer. I'm a little streamer. Where all my friends are my.
We can't
viewers.
acknowledge chat. We can't give them the attention they want.
Well, you know what?
They're not allowed to have it.
We can acknowledge Biker Jelly.
Okay, that's fair.
Biker Jelly. Chat loves Biker Jelly. So we get to see Biker Jelly here on the Humpback Pump Truck Rainmaker.
So Rainmaker was the mode you said that you wanted to see.
But the one problem was, don't go to a map mode combination where you can get absolutely clobbered, by Bo's choke point with Toxic Mist. This has that. This has that on that the most common spot. Nobody goes left on this map. Everyone goes right. And I don't know. Bo can just kind of shut you down here. Also, it's a good blaster map.
And it's also like, even if they were to try and go left, that's shut down even worse by the Toxic Mist.
Taking the crab leg.
This is honestly one of the best Toxic Mist maps in the game.
A crab leg, maybe Museum over that. Robo Ramen I could have seen, but teams might have not practiced that. Undertow I might have preferred Undertow over this. But really? I also, in my opinion, they're about equal, because Blaster and Bo. Because like, if you're gonna counterpick like what is shot not good on, no Gami has to help you on that one. Kind of, there's nothing saving you.
Yeah, like I can look at Undertow and be like, oh hey, I like that on shot. But you know what else I like on shot? Every map in the game.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah. If it's a good map, you like it. If it's a bad map, you're not like, oh, Hammerhead Bridge Clamblitz.
I mean,
are you?
I don't want it to be played in tournament, but also on a splatter shot, I'm like, I can play that.
Exactly.
If I have to. Just don't give me mincemeat, please, God.
Oh, yeah. Then only the E-Leader mains come up for that one.
Exactly. And if an E-Leader main likes the map, then it's probably not that great of a map. Anyway, they're fighting for the pop here.
Who's going to get it?
Looks like it's going to go to Red Sun here. There's a blaster, obviously. Like, there's a little bit less object damage on that. Yeah. Oh, and they get caught, too.
Also, the Jet Sculptor swap is going to be something that we need to, like, note and talk about, because you have no object damage on that, and that's very different compared to the bow and what it can bring, the Rain Cloud, but it's still also Toxic Mist, as we are going to be seeing Pika get this dunk. Oh, Biker Jelly? Any Biker Jelly? Biker Jelly, baby!
It's going to get a lot of specials, and it's going to put a lot of paint down, and this being one of the larger maps in terms of like how much paint there is to put down, this is pretty popular in Splatoon 2 with the missiles meta. You got a lot of missiles here, and it was just kind of you're constantly camping to just paint for those missiles. I could see them try to do that sort of thing a little bit with Rain, just to constantly have the map painted so it's hard for this blaster team to move. So maybe that's kind of the idea.
Bubble. They can't get through the bubble. They could get through the bubble, but they weren't able to get the splats needed to go through. And that's going to be the Rainmaker going down along with Pika's Inkjet. Absolutely like demolish. But here we go, Gem. It's going to be a really, honestly, fairly easy spot because all you have to do is get Crim with these Zukas. Pincher, please aim just a little bit lower. You might be able to get it. Rainmaker is going to be punished very hard. Oh, no. The jet goes down before they find Arito.
And they're definitely going to get the checkpoint, but do they have the choke point is the question, Genie. This is the part where it's all tested. How far can you get through this? 53? Irrelevant. How far can you get past this corner?
Yeah. That's honestly, that is exactly what it is. And we see Beam running forward. Can they get taken out? No, they do get taken out, but they take out the Rainmaker with them, which when you have Tactical Cooler is 1000% worth it.
Yeah, and they've still stuck to their guns, not running a Tactical Cooler, so they are always going to have that advantage if Red Sun decides to pop that and go in for trades. So I want to see them pushing the pace here. I want to see them trying to like outrun that blaster.
Wipeout! Oh my goodness, what a combination! And the Pincher coming in with
look at how slow this pop is.
Yeah, Jet Sculpture moment. You literally do negative object damage to anything. And look at how slow it is. Pika just used 3 Toxic Mist to make it so a Wipeout only got 36. Okay. Okay.
Hold on. Oh, that's a disgusting
Oh, and they're gone.
Zuka.
They dropped down.
Forced them out.
They dropped down.
Agent comes over the top to try and stop it.
Wait it out.
They
wait it
have
out.
to use the bubble to survive, and I don't think they can stay. All they can do is camp the jump. That was almost a single-handed 1v3 win for more points for Mickey Mart.
If Pika goes down, it's over.
Oh my God!
The Rainmaker's gonna run. They're gonna run the Rainmaker.
Pincher grabs it.
And Crim's gone. Glenn gets 1. That's gonna be big. 16 is worth it. 16 is so worth it there,
Absolutely. You jump out of there and you play defense for the rest of the game on that kind of a push.
I wouldn't say that because you have to defend against Red Sun for 2 minutes. Like, I'm not taking that bet, but you have to play defensive now. You can if you want to, but at your own risk.
All right, let's see how they decide to play it. The storm goes over, probably in the hopes of getting them over top. Oh, Arito is just getting outnumbered here. Wait, that's a wipe.
That's a wipe. That is a wipe. They're going to be running this Rainmaker all the way down, and that's going to be a lead changing over in InControl Red Sun. They are going to push this thing all the way down to 7. How many members are still up? Pepe's going to be fighting over this.
Hard.
Beam goes down, and that's going to be it because Crim is too far away in Inkjet.
Oh man, they got so separated there. Maybe we just weren't able to see one part of the screen there, but Arito was so isolated on the side there. So great opportunity for Mickey Mart to capitalize, but you have to think maybe that's a little bit of a coordination flub from Red Sun. 2 down anyway for Mickey Mart, pushing it back the other way.
Oh, Len's trying to go forward. Does get the bubbler down and stays alive. My goodness, that would not have happened online. Able to go stay alive, trying to go forward. Has that Zuka. Pressure going forward. Trying to find Crim. They will be able to get 1. They get Pika down as well. This is going to be insane. Don't die to the bomb here. You got to live. You got to live. Beam goes down. That's going to be Rainmaker wipeout. Arito, get out of that. Go, go, go.
Did the rail stop it?
And that's it. Mickey Mart is going to be in grand finals. What is happening today? Upset. They beat the 1 seed and they beat the 2 seed.
I thought they were going to get trolled by the rail there. I'm not going to lie.
You had me there, Jen, as well.
They got stuck on that rail, and I was like, oh my God, that might actually give enough time to defend.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at the energy there. Look at them
the crowd
popping off. Look at them working
favorite.
the crowd. This team is ready to win Genesis.